Yeah, it's in the pod. Like I said, they just suck the water out. So that's why it all fits into the pod. And then you put the pod in there and you stick the water back in. It's like concentrated orange juice.
Okay.
Or lemonade or anything concentrated.
Right. I'm glad you said concentrated orange juice because that's the reason why I know I won't like it. I do not like I don't like reconstituted things.
Okay.
Like fresh, I can tell they're seeing orange juice that's from concentrated and the real.
I can tell the difference too, and I prefer, the real, but hey, I'll try it.
I'll drink it.
I'll try it, but yeah, I would definitely try it before because right now it's on sale, $100 off, and it's like $400.
What?
Or is it $300 and $100 off, something like that? So it's like $300 or $400.
Well, that's not bad for a machine for cocktails, especially if you throw parties, a lot of parties, whatever.
Yeah, it's not. But I knew she was. She didn't want to pay $1.
No, right. But it is not necessarily a necessity.
No, it's not.
That's what makes it a little pricey for what it is.
Yeah.
$300. I could buy a bottle of Hennessy, a bottle of Patron, a bottle of Grey Goose, and a bag of ice, and all the mixes I want. Make my own drinks.
Yeah.
In 30 seconds.
Well, okay. True. But I'm making my mission to they start selling here in California because they only are selling like 2 states so far.
Okay.
And they start selling it here in California in October. As soon as I have a niece who's like a Keurig fiend, and I think she might get one of these. And if she gets one of these, I'm definitely going to test it out.
Heck yeah. I tested out one of those Soda Stream.
Yeah.
machines.
I like Soda Stream.
Yeah, and I really like it. So I'm going to.
I almost got a Soda Stream.
Yeah. I'm considering, I don't know, getting an off-brand one from China or something.
I wanted that penguin so badly. My problem is that if I have a soda machine, I'm going to drink soda.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to keep a smaller waste.
I drink enough. I drink a lot of coffee. And I like the Keurig, too, for coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. This got me, kind of.
Yeah, I like Keurig. I have a Keurig as well.
Yeah.
I'm actually considering getting one for work because I have an old-fashioned coffee maker at work. And it was fine when we had a coffee club.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody kind of dropped out. I'm the only one. So I'm in there like making coffee the old-fashioned way just for me.
Wow.
And it's kind of like, that's kind of a drag.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? So I kind of want to go like maybe find a used Keurig on eBay or something.
Yeah, you guys you guys can't like do it for the office and you can't do it for the office and use like the petty cash. I don't know if you have petty cash.
No, we don't have petty cash.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
We got 2 Keurigs in our office.
See?
Actually, I'm in charge. That's part of my job is bringing the supplies. Actually, and that's one of the compliments I get the most. Is like Pip, since you've been here, we've had more coffee variety. I'm like, because I want variety.
Right.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I can't do it in my office because the people who dropped out of coffee club, they dropped out of coffee club because they get Starbucks every day. They rather pay for Starbucks.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. I only go when I don't have the time.
I would have to get my own.
And I have an old fashioned. Don't call my coffee maker old fashioned. Just thought about that.
I didn't. Regular. I called mine.
Yeah, but I think I have the same one at my house. So
just like a drip.
Yeah, a drip one.
Yeah, old fashioned.
But it's not old fashioned. It's classic. And I have beans. I gotta grind the beans too. Yeah,
well, that's quality. That's high. It? Yeah, that's better quality.
Yeah,
We have drip one. We have drip one too. I mean, I think nothing beats fresh drip coffee. Honestly, it's better than Keurig, in my opinion. It's just not as convenient, and you don't get as like with our Keurig. You can say like, "Oh, I want this Kahlua flavored one."
Right.
Oh, I want this.
You don't have to get a whole
Folgers
giant
one.
Thing of one thing or a bunch of expensive little tiny ones. It's all about convenience. Yeah. It's not.
It is. Then I have to wash the whole thing out.
The kind that you're talking about, the fresh ground, whatever, it is the best. True, that is the best. But yeah, for convenience sake, I still like Keurig. So especially at work.
No, it's handy.
At home,
handy.
So
I'll be using my. No, I don't.
And even at home too, it's just me. Nobody else drinks coffee, so that's another reason why.
That's my problem.
That's the reason why I like it because I end up wasting.
That's my problem.
Coffee
with
the other way.
Less waste, except for the cups.
So.
You win some, you lose some.
Exactly.
How's it less waste except for the cups?
Well, the cups are wasteful. They're not recyclable. The Keurig cups.
Oh, you talking about the little thing? Oh, the coffee thing. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm thinking like a coffee cup. I'm like, who's using disposable coffee cups? But yeah, right.
Yeah, it's cheaper to throw away dark water than the little plastic things.
True that.
Though that ain't my problem. I ain't gonna be here in 100 years.
So Nick Cannon has been trending.
For what? Why?
You don't like Nick either? What is wrong with you today?
Just tell me. Tell me what he did first.
What's wrong? What happened, DD?
Nothing happened today.
Is it because the Jack got big? Because it's just like you don't like nobody.
So.
Everybody's just like on your nerves.
Let me just drink some more coffee.
Everybody likes Nick Cannon.
I'm just happy that you ain't mad at me. I like Nick Cannon.
Everybody likes
love Nick Cannon.
He's all right. He's cool.
I think Nick is way underrated.
I don't have anything against Nick Cannon. I just want to know what happened first before.
Yeah, I think Nick Cannon's like America's sweetheart.
I just want to know what happened.
Nick is trending just because he's making moves. Like, he just got a job as a DJ here in L.A.
Right.
On Power 106. Right. And so he's making the rounds about that, whatever. And he was covering for Wendy Williams while she was out. He did such a good job that he got a deal for a TV show starting next year.
Awesome. Well,
so good. Nick is just being more Nick than he normally is. That's all. He's always been, little Steve Harvey, little Ryan Seacrest, another one of these dudes that's just always grinding. He's just grinding even more. That's it.
I think he's also found his groove as an entertainer too. Like, he never is going to be a movie star. He never is going to be like that kind of thing. He found like I want to do comedy. I want to host, and I think he found his groove now.
Yeah.
That Wild and Out, I don't know if he gets enough credit for that. That show is genius.
Oh,
I love that show.
And it takes a lot of work to manage all those people.
A lot of work and a lot of talent. A lot. That show is awesome. And it's been awesome for years.
It's been on for a long time.
It's dope. It's so dope. But so anyway,
it gave a lot of black comics and actors and comedians their start.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget Cat Williams was on the first season.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people got discovered on there. It's it's kind of like he said. It's kind of like the In Living Color or Arsenio Hall of back in the day. That's what, his show does for a lot of people, like those shows did for people. But I heard him on T.I.'s podcast, giving an interview and everything, and also read some articles. Like I said, he's everywhere right now. And he told this story about when he first met Oprah.
Oh.
Oprah Winfrey, right? He had met her kind of like, he had seen her in person, and they had been at the same events, and they'd passed by each other and kind of spoke or whatever, but he'd never been introduced, never really had a conversation with her. This was his first face-to-face after he married Mariah. Mariah had just got off the show, doing her thing, and she said, "Hey, Oprah, this is Nick." And Nick immediately is like, "You told Harpo to beat me." And for whatever reason... Oprah did not appreciate it. And she just gave him this look.
No.
She gave him this look, and he said he's like never been on the same page with her ever since. He's like, ever since it's just been awkward and just can't get past it.
I could believe that. Oprah takes herself too seriously sometimes.
Yeah, and you never know when it's going to come. Because I'm sure she's heard that many times, and I don't know why that would be offensive to her. I'm sure that wasn't the first time that somebody has, parroted that back to her.
Right.
That's one of the most famous lines in modern black movies,
I also have to say, and this maybe just because it's from the outside, but when a famous person is a fan of a famous person, I always think that's endearing, actually.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
Sure it is. It was a compliment. It was a praise.
Right.
It was
I wonder if he fanned out on her. Like, if he fanned out on Oprah and she was just like,
I know, but he was married to Mariah Carey. Obviously, he gets the difference between fan and friend. Do you know what I mean? And if he did fan out over Oprah, I would think that'd be kind of compliment. You married to one of the most famous singers in the world, and you're getting excited about me.
And you're famous yourself.
Yeah, and you're getting excited about me.
Right.
I would think take that as a high compliment.
Yeah, but don't just bust out, "You told Harpo to beat me."
See, you saying that now because the way she took it. If she laughed and everybody laughed, then it wouldn't have been no big deal.
Right.
See, I don't like situations like that where, in retrospect, everybody wants to judge him or whatever, and it wasn't a big thing. I'm not even
saying that it's a big thing at all. But
no, I'm not saying you are.
I can see how maybe she's just like she's over that, like she's over it. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have did it or that.
She need to get over herself then.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have did it. Or
I feel like
anything wrong with what he did
in the situation. If somebody was wrong, in my opinion, is Oprah. Mm-hmm. Like she didn't have to be that hard on him. Like she could have just been like, "Oh boy, I hear that all the time," or like, or or I expect you to be more clever than that, or something. Anything would have been better than just dead air, just like, with
I don't have time for you and
right,
silly
boy,
humor.
bye.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like that was,
I don't know. We don't know what the heck Oprah was doing or going through or what was going on. And
if I was Nick, I'd be like, tell your husband I said hi.
Your husband, Gail?
Right.
I'm going to go to my wife. Oh, you ain't married? Oprah? Sorry. That's what I would have said because I'm petty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have said anything or done anything, but I don't know.
You rich. Who you leaving it to? Oh, because you ain't got no family.
Damn.
Well, if I'm going to go there, I'm going to go all the way.
I hear you. I did that to Bob Eubanks.
Bob Eubanks.
Yeah. I'm trying to call myself trying to, bust on me.
Don't come for me.
But, yep.
Don't come for me.
Sure.
Because you don't leave hurt. I'm not going to be the only one hurt. Somebody, you walking away is going to be a trail of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you guys get a chance to check out the Alec Baldwin roast, it was pretty funny.
Oh.
I like those Comedy Central roasts.
Yeah.
It was a really good one. They are starting to have more non-comedians at these, which I got kind of mixed feelings about. Traditionally they would just have the dais would just be stacked with comedians, and they might have one or two people who are like a friend, and they would write stuff for them. But now it's starting to be almost like, no, I don't want to say 50-50, but it just seems like there's starting to be more non-comedians that are getting up, trying their hand at it. And some of them are, having stuff written for them. Some of them are doing it themselves. Blake Griffin gave it a shot. He wasn't bad considering.
Blake Griffin is funny.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He wasn't great.
He's taking improv,
but he wasn't bad. Yeah. He's been kind of throwing his hat into, these type of ventures for a while, trying to get out there. And then he
but I don't see an Alec Baldwin connection with him.
I don't either.
That's
not
weird.
at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, see who else was there? Caitlyn Jenner was there. Lot of.
You know what? I take that back. I do know that he has a connection with Alec Baldwin. Sorry.
Okay.
Only because I know because of his improv thing. But I'm sorry. So Caitlyn Jenner, I saw that. I saw the Caitlyn Jenner stuff.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, his daughter, Ireland.
The one he called a pig.
Yeah, the one he called a pig 12, 13 years ago, whatever, grown woman now. Like giant. She's like 6'2". So, and just, a lot of Al Pacino. I mean, not Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, how could we forget him? He was there. And surprisingly, Sean Hayes was the host and did a very good job. Not surprising that he did a good job, just surprised that he did was the host over Jeff Ross, who's generally the host. And he did a very, very good job, I thought, Sean Hayes. It was a nice change of pace. So
I thought Jeff Ross is the roast master general, but it's always somebody else. It's supposed to be a friend that's the host, that's hosting it. Because like when it was like Trump and when it was Joan Rivers, it was somebody else hosting, but Jeff Ross is always there because he's the roast master general.
Okay.
Well, it seems like Jeff Ross usually hosts, but anyway.
Take a look back. He's not the host. He's the roast master general.
Okay.
My favorite roast is and always will be Flavor Flav's.
Right.
Favorite, hands down.
Like, do you remember, there was one, what's that dweeby dude who used to be on the Spade, David Spade, he hosted one of them for somebody, and
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was really good. And Bill Burr has a Netflix special. If you guys haven't checked that out, you should check it out. It's very much in the vein of Dave Chappelle. Of course, not like Dave Chappelle because they're two different comedians, doing two different things, but he's pushing the same envelope that Dave Chappelle was pushing that we were talking about last week.